Untrendy!
Hi, my name is Tim Cool and this is Untrendy. Here I talk about pieces of news I found interesting, but at the same time they don't seem to spark any long discussion. The first article is about this zombie deer disease which reached Yellowstone Reserve. It is quite amusing that allegedly American authorities didn't pay much attention to this disease prior to this moment. So, and now it could be a catastrophe. We don't even know how disastrous it could be at this point. But the thing you should know is that these poor deers and other animals who are infected by this disease, they really look like zombies, and it's very sad to see them like that. So they are stumbling, they have these weird eyes, and also they talk about how this disease could spread even to other species, so beware. To be honest, I'm one of those who's 100% for all the hunters to die from, infected animal they killed. So still, new viruses emerge, new infections and diseases spread, and there are things we don't know. And some of those things could affect our habitat and our national reserves quite tremendously. The second article deals with the Iranian movie No End, which dropped from the Hainan festival in China. So some think that Chinese authorities are involved, and in fact they censored this movie. So it's like an act of actual censorship. And I think it's a logical and weird thing at the same time. So the movie is basically about a guy who wanted to stage a search, but then again he became someone who is prosecuted by the Iranian authoritarian regime. And he has to overcome all those difficulties. I haven't watched the movie, but I will definitely watch it when it comes out. But the thing is, this movie is not about Chinese Communist Party or Chinese regime. It's about Iranians and their problems. But for some reason, I can't say why, but for some reason they saw something in this movie which probably would compromise Chinese image as well. Maybe Chinese communists and Iranian Islamists have more in common than we realize. I think it's a notion that all authoritarian regimes are basically the same nowadays. They use similar tactics, and it's only natural that one regime sees itself in the other, even the depiction of other regime. Still, I don't think this is completely necessary for Chinese censors to ban such movies. It's not like a popular movie, it's not a blockbuster, it's just a movie for this festival, international festival. But what can you do about that? And the third piece of news is what the president of Benin, this Western African country, said concerning its military-run neighbours. Benin is basically surrounded by several countries where a military coup took place not so long ago. And there was an international reaction to that, so because this is not how the modern states should work. And those reactions include, of course, economic sanctions. And what Benin is afraid of, and what this president of Benin expresses in his speech, that these sanctions also affected Benin, because these are primary neighbors, and it's getting more difficult, according to the president, to maintain those relations with these countries because of all the sanctions imposed. So the president of Benin doesn't care about military coup. He doesn't care that people in these military-run countries don't have their representatives in their government, because this is just military. Those are just people with guns who took power, and here we are. So, and I don't know. It's simply sad that if you are a small country and you are dependent on your neighbors, you have to be like that. You have to prioritize your national interests, per se, above all other concerns. And even though we have this global system, this globalization, this economic ties throughout the world, we still have to deal with regional politics and regional economic mechanisms. And that is why those things would still be present in the future. But I hope one day there would be no military coups and juntas for us to talk about. It's been Tim Cool. Until the next time, bye.